Hey BladeOps, today we are talking about backup knives. So all the knives you see here may or may not be considered backup knives, but they're just some examples that we're going to talk about. And before we get started, when I say backup knife, I'm assuming that you already have an EDC or everyday carry, some knife you have on your person, and this may be a backup knife that's also on your person or somewhere else, at your house, in your car, at work, etc. So here's some examples, and we're gonna have some questions also. For example, do you have a backup knife? Where do you carry it? What purpose do you have it for? Is it for self-defense? Is it for if you just get caught in a bind without a knife and you need something? Is that your purpose? And also, what are you willing to spend on a backup knife? I guess that also depends on what purpose it's coming from. So we'll talk about a few. Maybe your backup knife is an Azula, in case you get trapped or stranded, or maybe this is your self-defense knife and maybe you run it like a neck knife, or I have on the mini tech lock here. You could run it on your belt. Your EDC might be clipped in your pocket, and this might be your backup knife. Maybe your backup knife is just a folder. I have the mini grip Tillion here. That's a nice example. You might keep that at work or in your truck. Maybe that's too expensive. I don't know what you're willing to pay for a backup knife. I carry a few fixed blades as a backup knife. Actually, I don't carry them on my person. I keep them at work and or in my car, and I think that makes a good backup knife. Here's a good example. We have a K-bar with the stacked leather handle, the USMC model. A lot of guys carry a knife on their keychain. Here's the Spyderco Ladybug. There's lots of other examples of keychain knives or smaller knives. Maybe you just get stuck in a pinch without being able to open a plastic package or cut something in. That's your backup knife. There's, of course, the cold steel push knives. This happens to be the Safekeeper 3. Maybe your backup knife is a self-defense weapon to protect yourself. And maybe you carry that on you, maybe you keep that in your car, or even in your nightstand, ready to go, and you're ready to defend yourself. So that's a good option. Also have here a Harley Davidson money clip knife. This actually happens to be mine. So if you have your EDC in your pocket and you're ready to go, maybe this is your money clip and it's your backup tool used to cut whatever. So just wanted to kind of start a conversation here. Do you have a backup knife? I guess that's the first question. And if you do, where do you carry it and what's it for? Is it for if you get stranded in your car? Is it for self-defense? Anyway, so I guess one of the questions is, what are you willing to spend on your backup knife, and how often do you use it? So are you willing to spend, the $50 for an Azula? Or, does it have to be something less expensive? Are you willing to have even a knife that's a little bit nicer? So comment down below. Let me know what you think about the backup knives, and let me know if you have one and what it is and why you have it. So check it out. BladeOps.